Thank you so much for being here with me. We do have work to do today. So go ahead and rub your hands together. Let's just get into it. And bring your palms to your heart and close your eyes. As I was speaking about in class this morning, this is the day after Navaratri, but also a celebratory day. Many traditions say that it's for different reasons that we celebrate today. But we know truly to celebrate every day that we have become victorious, that we have gained victory over that which we are not, and moved fully into that which we are. And as I was speaking about in the earlier class, the teachings from Braiding Sweetgrass in the book, she mentions how incredibly that our language limits us to think of certain things as he and certain things as she and certain things as it, meaning the ocean as it, the tree as it. But that takes it to a place that unanimates it. So when we look at all that surrounds us, the water is water people, and the tree is tree people, and the sky is sky people, that we begin to open up the pulsation around us, that everything exists as love. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Hold this precious gift. Hold this breath. And then as you exhale, releasing your hands down, thumb and first finger come to touch. And together we chant, Ad Gure Name, to God Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, Ad Gure Name, to God Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, Siri Gurudev Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Deep breath in and out. The end of the exhale, hold the breath. Pull the navel in, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. And then return to your breath and release. There's so many opportunities that we do limit ourselves. And some of it is cultural. Some of it is existing from the beginning of time, the way we say things, the way we think, how we've been taught. And to open our world even bigger, that everything is pulsation. You bring your thumb and your ring finger to touch. And bring your arms alongside the body. So elbows kind of squeeze in toward the rib cage. Good. And then begin breath of fire. Good, keep going, but open your mouth and do breath of fire now through your mouth. Exhale. Inhale through your nose. And then exhale, place your hands on your lap with your thumb still holding onto your ring finger and meditate on your fire, not as it, but as he or she. Not as fire, as it, but as a verb, as something that is moving, not a noun. Fire, she is burning. Then repeat after me as we meditate on the water, not as it, but as he or she flowing. Repeat after me. Sat Narayan Vaheguru. Hare Narayan Satnam. Sat Narayan Vaheguru. Hare Narayan Satnam. Sat Narayan Vaheguru. Hare Narayan Satnam. And then come up to stand, please. Separate your feet a little bit wider, maybe as wide as if you're on the long side of your mat, not that long, but maybe your feet a little wider than your hips. There you go. Arms out, letter T as we meditate on the air as he or she. Inhale here. Exhale your right hand to your left toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, switch. Meditate on the wind as you move. Listen to the song of the wind, the whisper of the wind, the knowledge and the wisdom of the wind. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. Open up wide, big breath in. And exhale, release. Come into squat. If squat doesn't work for you, you can put something underneath your heels or block, that's great. And meditate on the earth as he or she. as it comes alive within us, as we see the world as pulsation of beingness. Everything becomes more animated. We're not alone. We're not limited. Beautiful. As you sit down, stretch your legs out in front of you. Stretch your arms out in front of you with your thumbs facing up, hands straight out. And then inhale, reach all the way towards your toes. Exhale, come back. Keep your thumbs up the whole time. So your palms are facing each other, thumbs up, pretty rigid in the hands as you move forward and back. Yep, you got it. Inhale forward, exhale back. It actually suggests that you inhale and you exhale forward. Sorry, so change that breathing. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, bend. Feel this whole body as it's stretching. Feel your kidneys as they're being pressed. Today is the day after Navaratri, the 9 nights, and it's a day of victory. And in different parts of India, it's celebrated as either the day of Ram or the day of Durga, but both meaning that we have gained victory over what has limited us. Keep your arms straight, Sasha, there you go. Gained victory over the limited way we think. And again, some of those thinking patterns can definitely be handed down. Keep going. Feel yourself squeezing into this body, squeezing the parts of the organs that need squeezing today. One more minute. See how it feels as you move through the day if you are labeling something as it. You change it up. I know one of the commands, right, when you're walking your dog is if the dog starts to run to a squirrel or another dog, the command is leave it. First time I ever heard somebody say that, they were saying for their dog to leave my dog, and they were calling my dog it. I had a moment. I was like, he's not an it. It's interesting, right? We call the water, the ocean, it. Trees, it. Good, lie on your back, please. Bend your knees. If you can hold on to your ankles, hold on to your ankles, and then lift your hips and lower them. The feet are on the floor. If you can hold your ankles with your feet on the floor, and then you're in bridge, so lift your hips and then lower, lift your hips and then lower. If you can't hold your ankles, don't worry, just lift your hips and lower. We're moving energy. We're helping the adrenals today. Anything that we've burnt out of. How we think, how we speak. where our words come from. So braiding sweetgrass. Her name is Robin Wall Kimmerer, is the author. And she's from an indigenous tribe that the language of her tribe was dying. That only 9 elders would still speak her language. And so she was committed to trying to learn her language. But it was very difficult because everything was a verb and everything was in movement. Whereas we do, you know, the place or thing, noun. She said everything was in movement. It's very common, right, for Native American energy to be more shaman-like, more in touch with the energy that is around. Good. Keep going. Just another minute here. Breathe really well here. This excellent urinary tract, kidneys. Powerful breathing. Good. Lower down and just let yourself rest for a moment. And hug your knees into your chest. Roll all the way up to sit. Come onto your hands and knees. And cat-cow, please. Allow yourself to get lost in this movement. Again, playing with supporting the kidneys and adrenals here. Remember, if you want music, make sure you turn it on, but also the silence is quite lovely. Now add your right leg behind you. So sweep your right leg back behind you and then pull the knee in toward the nose. Yep, you got it. Stretch out the leg, pull it in, stretch out the leg, pull it in. Beautiful. Make sure your breath is remarkable. Inhale and exhale with such power and ease. Great. Switch legs, please. You're doing so good. Powerful. So good. You make this look so easy. Good. And then release onto your back once again. Hug your knees into your chest. Now, the exercise is to bring your head up to your knees, and it's for a little bit of a time period. So I'm going to suggest you bring your head up to your knees, and as you need to, place your hands behind your head. So lift your head up and start to breathe very powerfully in through the nose and out through the nose. And as you need, place your hands behind your head for support. Let the breath hold you up. Deep breathing. Powerful breathing. Support yourself as you need. Almost there. Imagine here you're pressing your kidneys into the floor, giving them that wonderful pressure. Fluidity, the water element. All the elements, so divine, so inspired. Almost there, almost there, almost there. And release your head down, release your feet down. Just rest for a moment with your knees bent. This is when she realizes that her language allows everything to be a verb. It says, since when is Saturday a verb? Everybody knows it's a noun. This language is impossible to learn, she says. But then something inside of her snapped. And she realized in that moment she was talking about the bay and how you'd say it, the bay, when we go to the bay, when we go to it. She says, I now understand as I didn't before. When I'm at the bay, I can smell the water. I can watch it rock against the shore and hear it sift onto the sand. A bay is a noun only if water is dead. When bay is a noun, it's defined by humans trapped between its shores and contained by the words. But to use the word bay as a verb releases the water from its bondage and lets it live. When we allow ourselves to use that energy, everything begins to become alive. Roll all the way up back to that squat. Definitely put that block underneath you again if that worked for you before. And then clasp your hands together, point your fingers stretching straight ahead. Clasp your hands together, point your fingers straight ahead. And just begin to go hot, hot, H-A-R, hot, hot, hot. And let your navel center pump. Hot, 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 hot. Try to stretch those arms straight out in front of you as long as you can make them. Yep. From your fire center, from your navel. Hot, 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 hot. Keep going. This is short. It's shorter than what you were just holding. Not very long here at all. Get to know your fire as he or she. Personify all that is. Make a language of your own. The language of the wind. The language of the fire. Good. And then take a breath in. Come back down to sit, cross-legged seat. Both hands in Gyanandra, thumb and first finger touching. Left palm is going to face down in front of you. Right palm is going to stay lifted up. So I'm just taking my left palm and placing it in front of my heart. Palm face down. Palm face down. There you go. Right hand as in a pledge. Both hands, thumb and first finger touching. Good. Close your eyes. Repeat after me. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Good. Continue that same on your own. I'll do it one more time with you. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. 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 Keep going. As you continue to chant, feel as if you're lifting up off the earth, pulling up. Feel yourself getting lighter, drawing upward, and keep chanting the mantra. Feel the sides of your hips lifting up, low back lifting up. Like you're flying, get lighter. The lighter you get like this, the heavier your eyes will get. Will go deeper inside yourself. Keep pulling up. Repeating the mantra. Maintain a strong upward pull, just one more minute. Pulling up from the hips, pulling up from the spine, pulling up through the crown of the head. And finish the mantra that you're on, and then take a deep breath in, holding the breath. And then as you release your hands, just meditate for a moment here and feel. Ecstasy, to the moment I realize I am everything and everything is me. And lay down and rest in Shavasana, please. Rest well. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Let your body stretch in any way that serves you well. Maybe do a couple of spinal twists here. When you feel complete, come back up to sit. This is a very interesting meditation. Not that they all aren't. But I think you'll find this interesting. This is about astral projection. So really allowing yourself to be in that very etheric place. So you're going to pull your pads of your fingers down onto, so they're clenching, almost like you're making a fist, but you're not doing it with your thumb. You're going to keep your thumbs pointed upward, and your arms are going to go out to the side, so that I'm overly doing it, so let your shoulders relax. Your thumbs up, so you're pulling the pads of your fingers and your fingers into the pads, and then you're going to just circle your thumbs. And then close your eyes. Circle your thumbs. So not your wrists, Meredith, just your thumbs. So you really want, and the thumbs are pointing upward. Yeah. It's a little tricky. It's not something we do every day. Circle those thumbs. Keep breathing. Your mind almost has to really work hard to do this, right? Again, maybe one way is easier to circle than the other way. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Don't let your mind run away here. Stay here. Try to keep those elbows lifted, forearms parallel with the floor, jaw relaxed. Almost there. Suggestion is 3 to 5 minutes or 31 minutes. We're not doing 31. We're almost there. Good, letting your left hand come to rest on your heart. Right hand up like a pledge. And we'll go sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, where your thumb and first finger touch. Ta, middle finger. Na, sa, ta, na, ma. So each finger gets to touch. Say it either to yourself or out loud. Sa, ta, na, ma, sa. Keep going. Feel as each finger touches, each time the thumb touches each finger. Feel it. Be with it. This is retraining our minds, our words, purifying them. This is a beautiful standalone exercise for addictions of any kind. And your elbow can be closer to your rib cage here. It doesn't have to be lifted so high. It can be resting a little bit more toward the floor of the elbow, right elbow. Feel the vibration, living pulsation. Everything has living vibration, pulsation. And as you finish this next Satanama, let yourself just hug yourself. Wrap your arms into a hug. And then on the inhale, say to yourself, Wah. On the exhale, Guru. On the inhale, Wah. Guru. On the exhale. You can say it out loud if you want to as well. Up to you. So it's Wah. And A, Wah. Guru. Keep holding on to yourself. Project yourself out of this body into everything that surrounds you. And hold on to this body as your vehicle. But project yourself everywhere. Unlimited. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. I'm so much more. I have a body, I have a mind. Happy for that. Project yourself everywhere. And keep holding on with this hug, entering back into this body. Returning back to this vehicle. All the goddesses, the gods, they have a vehicle they travel on. Our vehicle is body. And then as you're ready, let your arms float back down to your lap and meditate here. You can either stay here or lie on your back for your final Shavasana. And ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. If you're lying on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Roll to the right side and come on up to sit. And bring your hands together at your heart center. Notice what the world would become if it was a verb. Allow our eyes and our ears, our taste buds, all of our senses to be enlivened by the pulsation that's all over everywhere, that we are everything and everything is us. Call it a long sat nam. Inhale. Sat nam. Letting your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Sat nam, everyone. Thank you for the beautiful work you do. Have a gorgeous day, everybody.
Thank you, Sheryl.
Thank you, you too.